There we go. I'm going to start recording because what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a link to this file after, because it's a lot of information. Bonnie's like, yes. It's a lot of information. I've heard this, probably going on like 5 or 6 times now, and it's still overwhelming, but it's great. There's a lot of great information. So keep your cameras on if you can. Be interactive, ask questions, because that's what Tammy's here for, and we want you guys to get the most out of this. So thank you, Lawrence, for setting this up with us through Real Estate Rookies. I'm going to just do a little introduction to Tammy because she's here to teach you the world of social media. So a little bit of background on her, and I'm reading this from a script because Tammy is so fabulous that I need a script. So Tammy, she's the go-to girl for social media, Facebook and all your other platforms, and she's been navigating it professionally for 15 years. Okay, so since she was 10, yeah. Tammy, wonderful. Tammy's core belief is that if we focus on creating our presence, we can succeed in building notoriety on any platform. Okay, so this is Facebook, LinkedIn as well, that I think you're going to talk a little bit about, Instagram. So Tammy's love affair with social media began when she was exploring the effectiveness for her direct sales business, which led her to launch a career in teaching Facebook and managing social media accounts for others. And now she is here with Elite to manage and teach for us. So when Tammy's not working, she's escaping to the mountains with her camera in hand. Tammy is currently living in BC in a mountain. She says she has snow and they're skiing outside, and I'm jealous. I'm one of those. Anyway, Tammy, welcome. Please take it away.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So welcome. I'm excited to be here. This is my favorite part of what I do, is the actual teaching, because I really love this part. I've come up with different ways to teach you how you can be a little bit more strategic to get more visibility. And that is based on my experience in the last 15 years, successfully building my own business and then turning that into a Facebook business, which is what I do full time. I am from Ontario, well, originally from Nova Scotia, but raised in Ontario. And I just moved out to BC to escape to the mountains during COVID. And yeah, it's just amazing out here. So we've been fortunate because of where we are. We haven't really dealt with COVID. So it's, to me, life hasn't changed dramatically for me in that sense, but I now live in the mountains, so it's awesome. Okay, so we're going to jump in. And please, you can use the chat to drop any questions as I'm going. I will stop every so often as well to ask you if you have anything, because I know it can be overwhelming. So to start off, the very first thing we're going to talk about is the key element to no matter what you do on any single platform, and it's the algorithms. Algorithms is a computer program that each platform uses to rate your content, and based on engagement of that content, the algorithms will determine who and where to push your posts out to, so which news feeds they're going to go into. So if the algorithms is determining that, in order for us to get the visibility that we need to work with the algorithms. And I think most people work against them because they don't really know how this affects you. So when we're talking, and a lot of things I'm going to talk about will be related to Facebook. However, they will still apply to the other platforms, but you'll hear me constantly say Facebook. That's just where I do most of my work. So when we're looking at algorithms, they're rated based on where you're doing the content. So the very first place that you get the best organic reach will always be your personal accounts. Always. Even if it was LinkedIn and you had a personal account and a business page, your personal account will always get the most visibility organically. And what that means is the algorithms, the way they're set up is they give you a certain percentage. So let's say, for example, I have 1,000 followers on my business page. The algorithms organically will push you out to about 1% of that fan base. So that really represents nothing. You know, when you're looking at your posts and underneath each post on your business page, it'll tell you how many people you reached. Okay. this number organically, if you're not doing anything else but just posting content and not getting engagement, it'll sit around the 10 to 30 people reached, and it won't grow any further. That's just your organic growth. That organic growth, how it works in your favor is when you get engagements. So algorithms first will give you benefit to your personal timeline, always. Okay, so that means we have to take advantage of that, and we have to be working our personal timeline. And I will show you some strategic ways you can do that. Second will be business pages. Okay, well, groups, I should say groups. Groups are getting bigger and bigger. So I don't normally bring groups into this specific conversation, but keep in mind, because Facebook's enhancing them and making them more about communities, as a real estate agent, you could start your own group and target it around the community. So make it community based, because you will get a lot more organic reach to those members because the algorithms are in your favor when it comes to groups. And then we have business pages. And unfortunately, business pages do rate lower on any platform. Okay, because it's business. So when we know that, if we know that's how our algorithms are ranked, then we have to go, how can I take advantage of that? So I'm going to do a screen share, and I'm going to jump over to, Megan, can you enable it? I'm going to jump over to my Facebook, and I'm going to show you what's been going on my personal timeline, because I want you to see the impact of how algorithms can truly get you out there and get the visibility that you need. So I've been very fortunate that, oh, there's Megan. I've been very fortunate to have some events happening in the last couple of weeks. So this has really driven my traffic. Now, at the same time, because I noticed that my traffic was increasing on my personal timeline, I knew I was going to be posting something that I wanted to get visibility to, which I did post yesterday. So in between my posts, I dropped something else in there that I'm going to show you. And this was just to keep my engagement. So if I start kind of going back a little bit, I celebrated my birthday this month. So I ended up with about 400 people who had commented or posted on my wall to wish me a happy birthday. So that was the first thing that started the algorithms. Here's what happens, guys. When people post or when they engage on something that is tied to you, the algorithms get triggered and say, oh, Jen loves what Tammy posted. Oh, Jen posted on Tammy's wall. Let's push more of Tammy's content into Jen's feeds. So as long as I continue engaging with Jen and Jen's engaging with me, she will consistently see my content. Even if I'm communicating with her through Messenger, that will even count. It's still tracked. So wherever you do communication with people, those are the people that will start to see more of your content. So I had that happen, my birthday, okay? Then right after that, we happened to do a photography shoot. It was a hike with some wolves. And so I put some pictures out about these wolves. Now you can see I had over 488 reactions. You can imagine what my algorithms were doing with that. Okay, plus 200 comments. So every time someone commented, Facebook's algorithms push this post into more of my friends' feeds to say, hey, look, this post is getting a lot of traction. You might want to check this out. So Facebook's now going to help me, and they're going to keep pushing this post. You know, when you open your news feed day after day, and there's always that one post you keep seeing, and you're like, oh my God, I already saw this. It's because it's getting traction. So Facebook's algorithms is trying to tell you to look at that post. Okay. So then what happened was I knew, where was it? So then I was getting a lot of messages and text messages because of what's going on here in BC, and people were checking in on me. So I decided to write a post just to say thank you and let everybody know we are safe. Okay. And that triggered more engagement. But then I'm like, okay, I have a book I'm a co-author on that's coming out. I need to get as much visibility to it because I want to do pre-sales. So what I did to keep my algorithm still going, let me just get up here. I posted just a fun little, what's your elf name? Because I knew I had visibility right now and I needed to keep the visibility up. And in this case, I knew my following would respond to this. And so at least I'm getting engagement. I've already had 53 comments on it. So it's keeping me active. So yesterday was my move. Okay. So I announced that our book is going to be available. And this triggered 243 reactions and 197 comments. This was a strategic move on my part. Because my algorithms are in my favor, I wanted visibility to this post. So I will leave this. I probably won't post anything else for another day or two because I want to keep getting traction to this specific post. All right. So it's really important, guys, when you're looking at algorithms and you're seeing activity happening, you have to go, how do I take advantage of this? This is where you get your plan going. Okay, I saw my engagement happening. So I went, oh my God, I need to play this correctly if I want visibility. So having said all of that, I'm going to show you a strategic way that you can generate this kind of engagement, okay? So if you know you have something coming out that you want to get traction to, what you want to do, 10 minutes, well, you're going to start working your personal, start putting out content, do some fun things, get engagement, put out content. When we talk about engagement, the algorithms rate engagement in this order. Okay, shares. Anybody who shares any of your content, that gets rated #1 in algorithms. And when a share happens, then you'll get more visibility. The second element is commenting. So when you comment or someone comments on yours, it's ranked high. Okay, so first is shares, then comments. And the last thing is reactions. Reactions are at the low end. And I'm hearing rumors that Facebook's going to eliminate that feature in just the algorithms. Reaction feature will still be available, but won't count in algorithms. If that happens, that can hinder a lot of our visibility. So start now by doing posts that will create engagement, people physically commenting, okay? So I know that in order for people to see my content, I need to be communicating with them. So if I have a post that I'm trying to get visible, I know I want it, if I have a post that I want to get visibility to, prior to doing this, posting this post, I call this the 10-1-10. 10 minutes before you post, you want to make sure you spend 10 minutes of engagement, meaning going to people's profiles or going through your news feed and spending 10 minutes physically engaging. Your best bet is to comment and create a comment that makes the person you're commenting on, it makes them comment back to you. So ask them a question or make some sort of statement that gets them to respond to you. Okay. You want to create engagement between the two of you. 10 minutes prior to doing your post. Then you go and you do your post. That's the one. So 10 minutes of engagement. 1 is your post. Then you're going to go back and do another 10 minutes of engagement. You can pick new people. Do another 10 minutes of engagement. And what you physically have done is sandwiched your main post in between where the engagements are happening. So the algorithms, as soon as the engagement starts, the algorithms start working in your favor, okay? So then I put in a post, I sandwich it, and I do more engagement. The algorithms are on fire because of the engagement. And that means that that post I just did will get more visibility. So how can you...
I'm sorry, can I interrupt you? We have a question from Galaxy S10. Don't have a name here. What if it is a negative road rolling comment? How does that impact?
Yes. So anything that's negative, you do get a strike in essence. So what I would do right off the bat, though, with a negative comment is I would delete it. So click the three dots beside the comment and you'll have options to get rid of it. Okay. It will affect you, but not enough because you're not going to get enough in negativity to really affect you unless, here's the thing, guys, don't get caught up in controversial issues. If you're going to use social media to build your business, you need to remain that professional side of not getting involved in controversial issues, because those controversial issues are going to create negative, and you don't want that to hinder you. But it's also going to affect you when people are viewing you, right? They're going to go, oh, I don't want to work with this real estate agent because, you know, for whatever reason. They don't need to know your personal thoughts. They don't need to know any of that, okay? As long as you don't bring it into your business. So keep that in mind. So negative, yes, will affect you, but you're not going to get enough that it's going to hinder you, okay? So keep that in mind, but delete them. Get rid of the negative. So let me show you a strategic way to do this. So it's not just about putting a post, or sorry, it's not just about engaging. Just don't do random engagement. You want to be strategic. So there's a feature in Facebook that I use. What it's really meant for, I kind of use it a little bit differently, but I'm going to show you what it's meant for because this will also help you. So on your friends list, we can create custom friends lists, meaning I can categorize people into lists. So I can make a list of people on my friends list that are potential clients, possible retirement, meaning they could be downsizing, first time home buyers, maybe people who are, higher end on the financial end and might be thinking about vacation homes, your networking groups. Who do you want to network with? Think about that very carefully. Always look for the people who have large networks. Those are the people you need to get in with, because those are the people that if you build that relationship with them, they become your referral partners. So don't not think about, they might not be a potential client, but they can be a referral. So really think about that and develop a networking list as well. A list of peers. When you make these lists, you can use them two ways. One, and this, I'm going to go into share screen. All right. So I'm going to go, you might have to, no, you won't have to. As you see, you might have to move your Zoom window out. When I'm teaching as well, guys, I always teach from working with the computer version of any of the platforms that I can, just because it's much more user-friendly to work with. So when you're on your computer version of Facebook and you're on the home tab, down the left-hand side here, you'll see a see more button. When you click on that, you're going to scroll down. You're going to look for a thing called friend list. So this is where you can create custom lists. So if you scroll down the left-hand side, right at the bottom, it says create list. All right. So we're going to call this one potential first time buyers. Okay. And I say confirm. At this point, I can start to add friends. So anyone on my friends list that I feel falls into this category, and I can type their name, I can scroll through, just check them off. Okay. And then I would say save changes. So this makes a list of those people. Oh, there's a question.
Sorry,
you.
Tammy, it's just me. I was posting everything and apparently it was just going to Lawrence. So now I'm posting them to everybody. Sorry,
All right,
Lawrence.
cool. Thank you. So what it's going to do is create these lists. So I'm going to show you two ways to use them. The first way is if I was going to write a post. I'm just going to click on the home button. I'm going to write a post. This post, though, I only want to target first-time buyers. I don't want to target anybody else. I don't want anyone else to see this post, okay? What you want to do when you go to type your post, you have a privacy setting here, and it'll say friends. If you click this, all the lists that you've created will show up. So here's my potential first-time buyers. So I click it. It changes the privacy setting on this post. So the only people who are going to see this post are anyone I put on that list. And keep in mind, nobody knows that you have them on a list. Nobody sees this. This is strictly for you. So I can now put a post out that only those people see, right? Great way to target through your personal timeline. And you could utilize this, guys, by asking questions. Do you want to learn about these people? Do you want to know whereabouts they're at or how far they might be off from buying that first house? Ask different questions, sprinkle it in. Just be strategic and be careful that you're not directly selling. Okay. It is it's a gray area with the Facebook policies and procedures. Okay. They say you can't use a personal timeline for a business, that you must have a business page. However, they don't say that you can't post on here about business. So it's just a gray area. So be aware of that, but be strategic with this feature. Get to know your audience so that you can now strategically start building relationships with specific people. Okay. Even if they don't end up using you for your services, they might be the person that refers you. So keep that in mind. Now, as a side note, guys, once you change this little privacy setting here, it will default to stay there. So the next time you write a post, make sure you check this and change it back to who you want. Okay, back to friends. That's one way that you can use that feature. Second way is for the engagement. So if I know I'm going to be putting a post out that I want to target very specific people with that post. So let's say this time it's anyone who's going to be getting ready to retire and they're going to be downsizing. So if I want to be strategic and I know I'm going to write a post for them, and you don't have to change the privacy. You can put this post out to everybody. That's okay. But I want to make sure I'm engaging on just the people that fall into that category. So that 10, 1, 10, 10 minutes of engagement, then you do the one post, and then you do 10 minutes of engagement. So this is what you can do with these friends list for the engagement. Go back to the friends list, okay? And you're going to click on the list, and these are the people. So you can click to go to their timeline and do your engagement here, physically here, okay? Just hit the back button, go to the next person, do your engagement. Okay. This is all, and hit back button and go to the next person and do your engagement. Remember, engage if you can by commenting with a question or a response that gets them to comment back. It's in your advantage for the algorithms. Okay. Any questions on using that? Oh, Megan, I was going to ask that I have personal business. So it's personal and business page. So is it a good idea to use your personal as I'm seeing more and more of agents using their personal for business promotion? Okay, so let's talk about this for a second. Ideally, so here's the thing, because we know that the algorithms are in our favor on our personal, you need to be working your personal, plain and simple. You just have to be working it. It is the true area that's going to get you the most visibility. So be strategic. Don't turn it into a selling element. Use it to get to know your audience. Share and talk about your success. Talk about what you learned this week. Give them a tip that can help them with something. Show some humor, do some fun quizzes, visuals. We're going to talk a little bit more about content, but it's really important, guys, to just work your personal timeline on any platform. But in order to do business, that you really need to have a business page. There are certain elements of a business page that if you don't have one, you cannot do for your business. And one of them is ads. And we're going to talk about ads. As well, people, if they don't know you, when they're searching in the search feature, they're going to type real estate agent. Okay. They might even type this city. But what's going to happen is when they type real estate agent, the first thing that shows up in any search feature will be business pages. And what they will do is push your page up closer to the top if you have the same location. So they do it first based on location. They bring those real estate agents up first, and then it will filter from there. So to be found, you really need that business page, okay? It benefits you to be working all elements, even if we're talking about LinkedIn. And I really think you guys, as real estate agents, I'm not sure how many are really using LinkedIn, but think about the audience on there, especially one, if you're in commercial, Okay, there's your commercial audience. But think about this. You've got executives in there who are looking to retire. They should be a target market of yours. Okay, and up and coming executives, who are fresh and young, they are your first time home buyers as well. So LinkedIn's a platform that you should be looking at. And at the same time, when I think about LinkedIn, again, work the personal. Now, having a business page on LinkedIn is not going to benefit or hinder you. So on LinkedIn, you don't have to have a business page. You can work your personal, you can sell, educate, all of those elements, but utilize the features that are there. A feature that nobody uses, I find, is articles in LinkedIn. Articles, when you write an article, which is just like writing a blog, do you know that LinkedIn will notify all your connections that you wrote an article? What a great way to know that at least you're getting a notification to your entire connection list. So that's a feature people don't utilize. So when you're working with the different platforms, I always say, learn what key elements for each platform that's going to work to your advantage and master them. So on Facebook, personal is going to work for you big time, but you still need to have that business page. Okay.
Tammy, I have another question here from Galaxy.
Yep.
I see that people hide their friends list and have only visibility of mutual friends.
Yes, do that, please. Everyone should hide their friends list. And when you change the privacy on your friends list, make it to only me. That's the privacy setting you want. And the only way mutual friends will show up is if their privacy settings are set differently. So because mine are set to only me, you won't find me in mutual friends. So when you look at mutual friends, it might say 30 mutual, but you only see 20. Okay, depending on privacy settings. The reason you should hide this, guys, this is just strictly for security issues. Too many people get hacked. Accounts get duplicated. You know how easy it is for me to go and create a fake account in someone else's name? And when they have their friends list visible, I can now go and send a friend request to every one of their friends, and then I can start messaging them. So please hide your friends list. Set it to only me. Okay. I have a privacy document. It's a free download on my website. You can go there and download it, okay? And it'll walk you through those elements, okay? Just making sure your Facebook account is set up properly from a privacy standpoint, okay? All right, so next, let's talk about content. Now, when we talk about content, this applies again to all platforms. The number one content that the algorithms love you for is live video, plain and simple. And in turn, reels on Instagram. So reels on Instagram and live video on Facebook is going to get you the best organic reach from the algorithm standpoint. Hello. So live video, okay? Then recorded video. And when I talk about recorded, it can be a video you just created with different images and created a video that way. Then it's using a visual with nothing written on it, then a visual with a caption, and then a visual with more content like tips. So that's kind of your order of how your algorithm is going to work in your favor, how they're going to rate things. So we know right off the bat, then video is important. Without a doubt, you got to be doing video. So if you're not comfortable doing video, just talk to the ladies here. Talk to Megan or Jen, because we do offer video services here. So do talk to them. But you have to know video has to become part of your marketing strategy, guys. Okay, I can't stress the importance of that. All right. So and reels. Now keep this in mind. So Instagram right now, they're giving more priority to video. And what I can tell you, I've heard rumors that they're going to convert the platform to strictly a video platform. Okay, Facebook's been trying to beat YouTube. Facebook, unfortunately, has not been able to succeed at that. And it's, YouTube's just too far big. However, now that TikTok is out, Facebook is leaning towards Instagram being that platform to compete against the YouTubes and the TikToks. Okay, so keep that in mind. So if you're an Instagram user, just be prepared that could be coming down the line. That means you need to start doing more reels. You need to start doing more videos. Stories is another big one inside of Instagram, right? So you even if you take an existing post and share it to your story, you don't have to create new content. You can physically take a post that you've already posted and you can share it to your story. Do it twice a week, just so you're getting content into your story, okay? And if you have your Facebook and your LinkedIn, Facebook and Instagram connected, when you go to share that to your Instagram story, it will also share it to your Facebook story for you if you have them connected, and you'll see that. So look for that share feature, okay? It's just an easy way to take an existing post and at least get some stories done. So when it comes to this content, I get that we need to sell. I get that we have real estate listings. Yes, get them out there. Coming soon, sold. They need to see that you're selling. So yes, sold post, congratulations post. All of those elements need to be there, okay, from a business standpoint. But if you truly want to get more visibility, you need to bring more of a personal element into anything that you're doing. I don't care what platform you're working on. So I'm going to give you some ideas. And one of the things that we have for you at the end of this session, or you'll receive an email, is I did up a calendar with there's 25 days. So I kind of did like 5 weeks of content ideas. And I even threw in a hashtag. There is some strategic things you can do around hashtags. So I did my research and came up with a hashtag that fits that criteria and added a hashtag to each one of those posts as well. Okay, just so you had a hashtag to work with. So you'll be receiving that. But I'm going to talk a little bit further about it because you're going to see some of these ideas in this calendar I created for you. Okay, so we want to talk about, if you're sitting there and you're going through your feed, right? You should take some time to understand, why did I stop on that post? What made me stop on Tammy's post? And do a little bit of research. And what you're going to find is you usually stop when someone posts a picture of themselves, even a video that's them. So if that's how we work, right? Because we see someone's face, we want to stop and look at it, then we need to figure out, how do we use that in our content, even through a business, on a business page. All right, guys. So you have your houses and you're selling your houses, but what about also selling the community? So get out in the community. You can do photos, so selfies or video. Go out to the community, and I want you to do videos that showcase what recreational activities are available. So go to the rec center and do a video. Talk to someone there and find out, what do they offer the community? Are there any parks? Go to the parks. Are there any schools, universities? Are you in an area where you're on water? Then go down to the lake. Stop in a restaurant that not only serves, but is date night. You know, where can I take my spouse for dinner tonight? Go to that restaurant. Where can I take my kids to play? Indoor playgrounds. Think of all the things that make up the community, churches, right? And go to those areas and do videos. You can do live, you can do recorded, or take a selfie if you're more comfortable just with photos, and write something to talk about that element. When you go into some of the unique shops. It's Christmas time, perfect time to go in and visit some of the shop owners and promote them for gift shopping. And while you're in there, interview the owner and ask them, why did you choose this community? What do you love about this community? So what this is going to do is it's going to start showcasing you. It's also going to start selling the community. So when you put the listing up, it's an easier sell. You can sell. Well, I know the market's different right now. I know it's easy to sell in essence, but you get my point, right? Bring you in it. When you achieve an award, yes, please post about it. People need to know you're successful. Talk about your testimonials. Bring you into your social media. When we sell this, right, we can sell anything, literally. And it doesn't mean that they're going to be the person that's buying the house, but they could be the person that's going to be sharing your content, or they could be the person that says, hey, my buddy Adrian's a real estate agent. You need to check him out. right? It's that element. It's creating the relationship so people trust you and will refer you. All right. So when we're talking about content, guys, the standard work, you have to do the standard. You need to be selling. Okay. And I'm going to show you some sample posts around that. You need to be giving tips and doing the market stats and what's happening with interests and all that kind of stuff. But you need to bring you into it, bring the community into it. Here's another key trick. When you're doing these either pictures or videos out in the community, when you do the post, you want to tag the person and their business page in the post. When you tag them, this will give you visibility to their audience, both on their personal and on their business page. Double whammy. Yes, go ahead, Bonnie.
Can you tag business pages?
Yes, using the anytime you want to tag, the easiest way to do it is start with an @ symbol. No space, just do @ symbol and start typing, and it will pop up. And I do that even with people's names, because not all people's names show up neither.
So if we liked a page, like you can only like the group page or whatever page it is, like a bakery or something, you just write @ and then
I'll show you. Let me just do this. Whoops. I'll show you how you can do it. So I'm going to go here. All right. So even if it's on my personal, my business page, doesn't matter. As soon as I start typing with an @ symbol starts to flag that I'm going to tag. Tagging, you can do this in Instagram. You can do this in LinkedIn as well. So because I'm on my personal, people's names are going to start popping up first, but I want a business page. So I'm going to start typing you, Bonnie. I'm going to assume, actually, let me do it this way. I'm not going to do any spaces. I'm guessing, okay? Now, what's your, oh, I know, here, I'll do Elite. Okay, so @ Elite. And see, as soon as I started typing, it automatically showed up Elite's business page. And I click it, and now it's tagged. As soon as it puts it in blue, it's tagged.
That's so funny.
So here's a trick, guys. Thank you for bringing that up, Bonnie, because I'm going to show you guys a better trick. Let's say I want visibility to my business page. I'm going to write a post on my personal timeline that drives traffic to my business page. So normally we would do this, right? We would start, whoops, there it is. We would type and tag a page and it puts it in blue. But check this out. If you went to your business page, you have a www for your business page. So just go there and copy it and paste it. I know mine off by heart, so I'm going to type it. But check this out. When you paste your actual www for your business page, it actually shows a mini preview like this. And it will go out into feeds like this. And if you have an Adrian hasn't liked my page, it would actually here would say like. It would be a blue button that says like. So I can hopefully generate some new fans just by doing a post like this on my personal. Okay. So keep this in mind, guys. I personally, if it's for my own business, I will actually paste or type in my www because I want a preview. You do not get a preview when you tag. Okay. Keep that in mind, guys. So yeah, so let me just do this. I got to get this to say leave. There we go. Okay. So yeah.
Unbelievable.
I know, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
okay. So content is king. Content, what you're putting out, how you are engaging is what's going to drive the algorithms. Okay. Always remember algorithms equals engagement and being more of you. The more business posts you put out, the more people will just scroll on by. Remember that. Okay. So let's talk about ads. Actually, no, let me show you something first. I apologize. I want to jump back a second. One of the things as well with algorithms, if you're sharing content from your business page onto your personal timeline, or sorry, into groups, they do not count if you're sharing as your business page. The algorithms do not reward a business page. They reward people. So when you want to share from your business page, so I'm going to go to Elite. When you're going to share, you want to make sure that you're always sharing as you, not your business page, as Tammy, as Bonnie. Okay. So before I do the share, I'm going to go to my business page, and you're going to see underneath the cover photo to the right, you might have to move the Zoom window out of the way, but to the right, there's a little profile picture with a drop down arrow. You're going to click on that, and you're going to choose you, your personal name. So I'm clicking on Tammy. Then I'm going to come down to the post that I want to share. And when I click share, I have all these wonderful options. I can share directly right now. I can share to newsfeed. When I click share to newsfeed, it means it gives me an opportunity to write something additional with the post. I can share to my story in Messenger, on my friend's timeline. I can share to my personal. I can share to groups. I have tons of places I can share. And if I know that shares is the #1 ranked element when it comes to algorithms, then I need to be sharing. Do you know that if you were to share each post into 3 to 5 different groups and do it 3 days a week? Sorry, each group though only share once a week into that group, but 3 days a week. So Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, you say, okay, today I'm going to go in and do 5 shares, and I'm going to share them into these 5 groups. Do you know by the end of the day, your people reached will probably be around 300? Just by you sharing, you, nobody else, just you. As long as you share as you and not your business page, it will count as engagement, and the algorithms will push you out further. You will get more visibility. So take advantage and share your content out. It's so important. Okay. So now I want to talk about ads. So ads is not, I'm not a huge fan of doing ads. Most social media people will probably tell you that as well. LinkedIn ads, I don't think you'll find anyone, in all honesty, that you could even hire to do LinkedIn ads. I don't have any more connections left for LinkedIn ads. People say it's just a waste. So keep that in mind, okay? Do your research before you invest in LinkedIn ads, all right? Facebook ads are just getting as bad. The problem is that Facebook, because of all the scrutiny they've been under, they've had to put in certain protocols, and it's really hindered how the ad process works, especially for you. As real estate agents, you guys got affected by this. So here, if I'm going to tell you 2 things. If you have been trying to run ads and they're not getting approved, 2 reasons. 1, as a real estate agent, when you go to, whether you're boosting a post or doing a sponsored ad, when you first open it, there's a feature there called special ads category. You must turn that on. Then you must choose housing. Soon as you do this, Facebook's going to choose your demographics for you. So this means you cannot create customized audiences for your ads, okay? So that's one thing you must do. If you did not get approved, it's because you probably didn't turn the special ads category on.
Can you say again where it is? Sorry.
As soon as you go in to do the ad, whether it's a boost post or an ad, it's right at the top. It's like the 2nd step, and it'll say special ads category, and you're going to click on that. Yeah. Okay. And then choose housing. Okay. The second reason you're not getting approved, if you use the words you or your in any of your advertising posts, boost posts or your sponsored ads, they will be declined. You are not allowed to target an individual. So when you use the word you or your, you're targeting an individual. So ours, we, us, those are the kind of words you want to use. So you have to rewrite it to make it sound like that. Okay. Now, having said all that, I'm going to still give you a couple of tips that can benefit you when it comes to doing ads. First one, So we have boosted posts and sponsored ads. They're two different things. A boosted post is taking a post on an existing post on your business page, boosting it to reach more of your followers. See, this is why the algorithms suck on business pages. They represent about 1% of my following. So Facebook says, well, we'll help you reach more people. Just pay us some money. No, thank you. I'm not going to pay to boost a post unless I'm using it to build up something. Okay. If I have a marketing strategy, there are reasons I invest in boosting of posts, but it's not something I do on a regular basis. All right. Boosting a post is just reaching more people. Do you know I can spend 5 minutes and I can share into 10 groups and reach just as many people as that $20 was going to reach me. So keep that in mind. Okay. So here's a trick for you. If you're going to invest money in ads, when you're working through the ads and you get to where the budget is and the budget says daily budget and you type in how much you want to spend, do you know if you click on that drop down arrow next to daily budget, you have an option to choose lifetime budget. It's just for that specific ad. By choosing lifetime budget, you'll have another option and it'll say run ads on a schedule. And when you click the edit button for that, what's going to happen? It's going to give you a chart with Sunday to Sunday, Sunday to Saturday by hour. And you can now choose exactly which days of the week, which hours of the day you want your ad physically active. So for me personally, I don't run ads for my own business on weekends. And I don't run them from 12 p.m. to 6 a.m. So now I'm taking my budget and making it more valuable to me instead of letting Facebook just push my ad at whatever time of the day, because I don't invest enough money. I can't compete at that level. So I'm not going to get the visibility I want. So at least I can be a little strategic by controlling when my money is or my ads are going out, which lets me control my money a little bit more. Okay. Now, the other thing you want to think about when it comes to ads is the type of ads you're doing. Video will always get you the best visibility. Video, video, video. Okay. No matter what you do in anything, video, video, video. All right. Every platform. We know that. But there is a feature called carousel ads. Love these carousels. So what carousels ads are, they call them cards. So carousel cards, where you can take an image, you can do up to 10 of them. So you can have your main written content, and then you can create 10 different cards. And it's a visual for each card. But do you know with each visual, you get to write its own headline and its own clickable button. For example, the first one could be free home evaluation. And when they click that button, it takes them to where the actual application is. The second button or card could be about new listings, and the button there takes them to where new listings are sitting. So you now can really drive your traffic to very specific spots instead of doing one generic www. So carousel ads are great for that, but also why they're great, people have to click on the visuals, each card to get through it, which counts for your algorithms. Because they click, it's engagement. So that means when they click on each one of those cards, Facebook's going to push your posts out further. So take advantage of carousel ads. There's one other one called lead ads. Love, love, love. All right. So lead ads, if you have a free download, tips that you want to offer, getting someone prepared to sell their home, right? Getting their home ready to sell or getting them ready to sell. Don't do one-page free downloads. People, when they receive a one-pager, think about how we play on people's minds. If I receive a one-pager, I don't think there's much content. So I'm going to take that one pager and I'm going to sprinkle in some visuals in between it, which pushes it out to 2 pages, possibly 3. The user that receives it goes, wow, they gave me a lot of content. It's just a mind trick. Okay. So if I want to do like a free download, because I want to generate an email distribution list, I want to get people's physical email addresses. If you choose lead form, You will be or lead ad. You will be able to create an actual lead form where you can ask those questions, name, email address. I'm not sure if you can do phone number anymore. It might have been taken out. You could ask even location. You can even create your own question so that they have to type an answer. When they click on the button in the ad to get this free download, it opens up this lead form within Facebook. They fill it out. Then they can click on a button. Boom. What it does is now Facebook stores that information for you, and you now have a downloadable Excel or CSV file that you can now follow up with every single person saying, just making sure you got my free download on this. Any questions, anything I can help you with, start the communication process. So that's why I love lead forms, okay, or lead ads. They will at least get me to get people's physical information so I can start a conversation with them. All
Where do you
right.
find those? Where do you find lead ads?
So when you're working with sponsored ads, you need to get into Ads Manager. Look for Ads Manager.
Because it's funny, the other day, I clicked on something and people were wanted, like it had all my information filled in and
Yeah.
it said submit.
Yeah, so Facebook does that on your behalf when you hit those kind of buttons. And it's basically asking you if here's what it would look like if you want to invest some money. So all you have to do at that point is hit the button to submit it. So be careful, okay? Because Facebook does that all the time.
Is this
And
better
that's
than
pe-
like Marketplace? Better than Marketplace?
I personally, I can't answer that. I don't know enough about Marketplace to give you
I think
a
it
valid
sucks,
answer.
but that's besides the point.
Yeah. So here's the thing though, the ones that Facebook's showing you, those ones are boosted posts. They're not actual sponsored ads. You need to physically look for Ads Manager. When you're working in sponsored ads, guys, it's not on your business page. Only boosted posts are generated through your business page. Ads Manager, you'll find through your personal. Okay. And when you get into Ads Manager, it gives you like 12 to 15 types of ads you can do. It's really cool, like really cool. Okay. Any
You
questions?
actually,
Oh, sorry.
you actually direct people from your personal page to your business page? Do you actually say, go visit my business page? Because
Absolutely. Yeah. When I was growing, yes. I don't, to be honest, don't look at me as an example as much anymore. I don't follow my own rules anymore because I've built successfully. So I've been able to just take a step back. I work more my personal than I do my business page now. So yes, when I was starting, I would do what I could to drive traffic to my business page. Because you got to remember back then, it was very different for business pages. We got the visibility. We don't get the visibility unless we work it, right? So work your business page, build it. It truly is a fantastic element to have. It's just that we're not using the features. Do you know, guys? Oh my God, so cool. So because we've been doing these trainings, one of the real estate agents reached out to us to see if we could set up business page for her. So we did, but here's the cool thing, what most people don't realize, there are some amazing features in the background. If you go to your inbox on your business page, when you're inside of there, you're going to see in the top right-hand corner a button or a tab that says automated responses. In there, you can set up 3 questions that automatically pop up when someone messages your page. And so when I was setting up this real estate agent's business page, I chose questions like, would love a free home evaluation. And what happens is when you create these questions, they give you clickable buttons with automated responses. So when the person sees the question, it pops up and says, I would love a free home evaluation. When they click it, an automated response tells them to click here, literally, and it's a button with a link, and I had them drive right over to the application form. So I'm driving traffic directly over there. So we did up 3 questions to accommodate for that. Be strategic. What are those questions? What are you going to ask people? Where do you want to drive traffic when people come to your business page? So come up with, you only can choose 3 questions. You get to write whatever you want. You're also going to see under automated responses, some other amazing response categories. For example, like if someone leaves a review for you on your business page, you can have it set up to automatically respond to that review without you even being online. So I think people need to really look at the business page. You can't do any harm, guys. Click inside your business page. You can't do any harm. Go into the tabs, see what's available. There's some really cool features that can help you automate your page so you're not having to be consistently on there. Okay, keep that in mind. So let me just show you. Let me find it. Okay, let me get it here. This is also, I'm going to show you a sample of types of posts when we talk about, I'm going to say standard posts. So I talked to you guys about doing that personal style, getting into the community and blah, 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 blah. These are samples of posts that we do for our real estate clients. And so we do, and we brand them to work with you. But you'll see here, we have quotes, we do like questions, we even do tips. So we help to create that standardized style of content for you. Now, having said that, moving forward, we are looking at revamping our social media packages to bring some more of that customized element into it that I had already talked to you guys about. We're looking at how we can help real estate agents with that customized so that they're not spending too much time, right? That you're outsourcing to us. But that gives you an idea. We do a variety of elements to really work with you guys to make your social media jump out in essence, right? And then we have a 30-day calendar that you're going to be receiving from us. Just going to quickly share it so you can see it. You'll be receiving this. So again, this is similar to some things I already talked about, but you'll see, let me just move my window out of the way, my Zoom window. So I basically did up 25 days, so 5 weeks, with some notes at the bottom to explain what I did here. But this is really just to give you guys content, give you ideas, help you to come up with the content so it makes it easier for you to manage your social media. Okay, so you'll be receiving this from us as well. Any questions? Okay, I'm done.
That was
For this
awesome,
part.
Tammy. That was great. Does anyone
still
have any
thinking of-
questions? No?
So,
Okay.
Kim, I have a question.
Sure, Bonnie.
So I actually partner up with Carol, and we have some community pages for the area that
Or
we work
groups.
in.
Pages or groups?
Groups.
Actually, they're groups. They're groups.
Okay,
You're right,
perfect.
Carol.
Groups.
They're groups. They're groups.
Perfect.
So we're trying to get more traffic, and we're trying to using some of the things you're talking about.
Yeah.
But we haven't gotten a lot of people joining.
Okay.
Any ideas?
Yes. So one way I love to grow a group.
I love how good you are. I love this.
One of the ways that I have found that has been successful in building groups is offering a fun 7-day challenge and running the challenge inside the group.
Okay.
So you start promoting it on your business page, you start promoting it on your personal and have a link driving the traffic into the group.
It's brilliant.
And then you say the challenge starts on this day. You need
Where
to
have
be
you
in the
been?
group. Do not communicate with them through email. Don't send them out anything. Do everything in the group. That means they have to physically come into the group each day to see what that day's challenge is. So come up with your theme. So I would probably, just as a side note, you know what I would think about doing on a 7-day? We're coming into winter, do a decluttering series, 7 days to declutter. And you can give them each something to do each day that helps them clean up their spaces. Because what it is you're not trying to sell them real estate. You want to give them something valuable, right?
We don't even talk about real estate on that
Perfect.
page.
So this will apply to anyone. Anyone can use this challenge. Get them into the group. They have to come in every day in order to see what your challenge is that day. And in those 7 days, guys, I want you to think about doing live videos, doing recorded videos, and doing pictures of the two of you or whoever's involved in this challenge. Show as much, be present and during that 7 days, okay? Make it part of your daily routine to be present in that group and really keep the engagement going. So get them talking. So you put the today's challenge goes out today, right? So 8 a.m. it drops in because you can schedule your post. So 8 a.m. it drops in. Maybe at 10 a.m. you pop in and write a question or go live and say, we're just checking in. We want to see how you're making out with that space. Where are you finding your struggles? Maybe we have a tip. Maybe we can help. So keep that whole engagement piece working for 7 days. And then you keep doing these little mini challenges, sprinkle them in every couple of months, come up with new ones, and it will consistently build your group because the members in the group will see the value that they got out of what you offered. They're now going to encourage their friends to join on the next challenge. Okay.
What a
Scavenger hunt.
Yes, that would, oh my God, scavenger hunt would be fantastic. And if you can get businesses in your community involved. So I participated in a scavenger hunt. It wasn't a scavenger hunt. It wasn't a business, but I tell you, it was a personal thing they were doing for a 50th birthday. It was the coolest thing we ever did. And it was done in Bradford, Ontario. And they got all these businesses involved, and we had to go in, like there had to be a designated driver on one of them where we had to get a receipt that showed we had one non-alcoholic beverage on the receipt and 2 of this type of drink kind of thing. So you had to physically go in and support these business, not saying you'll do alcohol, but it was cool because the business owners loved it. So this is how you take advantage of that, is getting them to going in the business places. Then you promote that to the owner of that business. Say, hey, look, I'm doing this 7-day challenge and we're going to be showcasing you. Would you mind sharing this out for us? Help us to get more visibility into our group for this challenge, because we're showcasing you. We're bringing you visibility. Use your connections. We all have connections. Use them to bring that traffic into your group. So scavenger hunt's fantastic. Do you know, on that scavenger hunt, we got to see a baby calf being born.
Wow.
We had to go to
But you
this
don't
farm.
Yeah.
What's that?
Okay.
Yeah, we
Sorry,
had to
you
go to
go
this
ahead.
farm for something specific. And as we were we're hearing this mama cow making all this noise. And so of course we go over and we watched it as the calf was being born. It was
That's
really
amazing.
cool. So
Yeah.
I love.
But you wouldn't do them virtually. We were going to do them virtually because of COVID, but don't do it virtually.
I don't think you need to now. I think you can do it without going virtually. Maybe some of the elements, think about what you're going to choose. So if you get them to go to a park, right, or go to like bigger areas where that COVID issue doesn't come into play, that would work as well. Look at some of the community, the business owners, and see what their COVID protocols are. So restaurants, you probably don't want to send them to any restaurants, right? So think about that. Christmas shopping's coming, so it'd be great to get them into some of those gift stores. So what you want to do is get them to take pictures of them with a staff member, an employee, or the owner, right? To show proof that they went into that store. So the more you can get them to take pictures, the better as well. Okay. Yeah.
That's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Something to do.
Yeah.
Good.
Did
Any
anyone-
other questions? Sorry.
No, okay.
So do you work to help people promote social pages? Like
Yeah,
you
we do
guys-
that. We do that as a company. Yeah. So you can just reach out to Megan and she can ask her any questions and she can assist you that way of how we can help. Absolutely. There's a lot we can do.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send everybody who registered today, who's here today, I'm gonna send everybody an email with the recording. We also have some giveaways for everyone who attended today, some coupons for social media and other things as well. We had another question come here. Okay, 1 second, Adrian. That calendar that Tammy did, we're gonna send as well. So there'll be lots of information coming in a follow-up email, as well as contact information for me if you have further questions.
Wow.
Adrienne, so when you're looking at Instagram, number 1 is Reels, number 2 is Stories, and number 3 is Posts. Okay, but do your posts and then share those posts into your stories. That way you're not having to create duplicate content, but make your reels maybe different, right? So then
You
you've got
mean-
at least something different on there as well.
So I'm seeing reels on Facebook, but I also belong to TikTok. But they
It's
look
just a new
similar,
name.
but they're
A
not.
new name. It's just a new name. It's reels or videos. It's just that each platform comes up with its own name and it's all the same. They're all video. Yeah. So
Do
don't
you
be
use Tik-
confused by that. Okay. Don't be confused when you hear reels or you hear video. It's all that they all mean the same thing. It's
Video. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what we hear
That's
all
it.
day long.
We don't have a choice. It really is the number one. But if you don't want to do video, here's the thing. It's just a matter of putting extra work in, working your personal. That's where I tell people, if you truly want to build, your personal is the place it's going to do it. We
That's
all know what
actually
building,
shocking.
no, building relationships is the key.
Yeah.
And because we know algorithms are in our favor, I'm like, I'm going to take full advantage. I have 4,700 friends that I've focused on building over my lifetime on Facebook, literally from day one. And it has served me very well, very, very well. But I'm active though on my personal. I showcase a lot of Tammy in essence, right? I do a lot of motivation stuff, right? Motivation, I try to inspire people, right? And here's the trick, guys. Get yourself out there. If you love speaking, there are podcast people looking to interview you. There are tons of networking organizations that are looking for speakers. Go through Meetup and email all the presidents of the different organizations. Come up with 3 topics that you can talk about. That's not selling, it's only educating. 3 topics. And when you contact each one of these presidents, give them the 3 topics. I would love an opportunity to come and speak to your network. This is what I can offer. Which topic do you think would be most beneficial? Because here's the thing, every time you get yourself in front of people and other companies and organizations, they talk about it. They post it on their websites. They post it on social media. Okay. Google Tammy Hudgen. I'm fortunate I'm the only Tammy Hudgen in the world, so I'm easy to find. Carol, Google yourself because you have a unique name as well. When you Google yourself, you start to understand how you can get more visibility. So if you take a few minutes to Google me, I'm about the first 7 pages. Just scroll through to see what that's 15 years of building, right? I've been working this for 15 years, building me, Tammy, right? But what I want you to really look at, I want you to look at where my visibility is coming from. You're going to see that I was posted on different websites. You're going to see I'm posted on different business pages because I did a lot of speaking and blog. I did a guest blogging is another one. So wherever you can offer your knowledge and educate, the more visibility you will get because people are looking for you. Okay.
Amazing.
And everything you do in a public environment shows up in Google, right? It's how we drive our SEO. We got to be visible. So do me a favor and take a few minutes and look at my Google. Just type Tammy Hudgen. Just scroll through and see and take some of those ideas. Go, oh, I could talk for them. I could talk for them. Oh, I could do that. I could do that. And get yourself out there, okay? I can't stress the importance of getting out. Yes, Bonnie.
So if you're not, so I'm going back to our group page that is
Yep.
community, but we also have one for real estate in the same area. So the group page, we try not to talk about real estate, but if we wanted to give them some incentives, like I understand a lot about something, pre-construction condos, I understand a topic called assignments. I happen to understand it. I've
Yep.
done a lot of them, but I don't want to put that in the community page. Do you know
You
what I
don't
mean?
have
Like no?
You don't have to. But what I want you to do, look at who's in your group, right? If you
We
guys
don't have a
are-
very big group.
Okay.
Yeah.
So first thing you need to start doing is start posting questions to learn about the audience that is currently in there.
Oh.
Okay. Because you need to know what are their needs. We really don't know what their needs are. And depending on what those needs are, will determine the type of content you're going to put in that group.
Mhm.
Right? We know that if
Okay.
it's all real estate agents, then it is going to be educating them about the real estate world. But if it's a community and it's people that live in the community, I know that if I start selling the community, I start talking about what events are going on in the neighborhood. I talk about, any upcoming news, whatever. I get the community involved. It's a whole different way of posting, right? So I need to ask questions. How long have they lived there? What are some of their hobbies? Do they have children? Learn about your audience inside that group, and then that will cater how you grow it. Here's another trick to growing a group. Reach out to people who compliment you and invite them in for an interview. You can give it a fun name. It could be a weekly thing you do. You could do it twice a month, but come up with a fun name and you promote it in there saying, hey, these dates we're doing, talk with Carol. And we're going to be talking about blah, 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 blah. Bring other people in. So stagers, interior designers, construction people, whatever, landscape, all of that. Bring them in with education. So come up with a topic that we're going to teach. So it's winter. I could bring a landscape guy to talk about what I need to do to my maintenance, my outdoor, my lawns and stuff for the winter. And we educate them. Why do I do that? This way, the guy that I'm bringing in to do this interview is going to tell people that he's coming in to do this interview. And hopefully he's going to drive traffic into my group as well. And I'm showing that the group isn't just about me. I'm showing that I'm willing to share my audience with other people so that I can educate my audience. Yes, Carol.
Thank you. There is another group that runs in the same neighborhood, and they have way more, about 5 times, maybe 10 times the members that we do. Is it like legitimate to go after those members, not in a bad way, but just invite them to? Do we need permission? Do we need permission of that administrator?
No,
we were trying to get the permission and we can't get a hold of him.
He won't respond.
Well, and he's not going to. But no,
Right.
You don't need permission. You don't need, people have a choice. People get to make the choice. You present the offer, they choose. So, but one thing I will say.
How long was this meeting?
What's that? Oh, Megan, sorry. What I will say is don't look at competition. It hinders us.
We just want numbers. We just want to
I know.
put numbers in our play. We don't care about competing with that group. I don't care at all. I just want to grow ours in every way we can.
So
I mean, we are already interviewing local business people.
Another thing you can do, have a contest, run contests.
So that's what we were going to do, the scavenger hunt, but
you're saying that's different. Yeah.
Here's a fun one, not a fun one. Here's one you could do, because with the holiday season, think about $100 grocery card and run a little contest, but they have to join your group in order to get entered into the contest. Create the contest, put it to the top of the wall, give them the requirements, what they need to do. So 1, they need to be a member of the group, because you're going to promote this elsewhere. Okay. So they must be a member of your group, but you want to get them commenting. Commenting will be key, because when they comment, any of the other members who are friends or have the have the post coming into their news feed, as soon as someone's commenting or anyone's posting, that will get pushed into your members' news feeds. Okay, so ask them a question, get them to answer something as part of the contest, and the date of the contest, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, do something like that right now, the immediate, that will drive traffic into your group very quickly. Oh, and you could, when you put it out on your personal, do a bonus entry ticket if they share that post. So make the post public on your personal, and if they share it, you'll give them an extra ticket. Okay. And that right off the bat is going to start growing, and you're giving back to the community. And whatever grocery store you do it, maybe try to do a local grocer as opposed to a big company.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Right. And give kudos to them.
Amazing. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Unbelievable. You could have written that for us. Seriously. Right, Carol?
I'm so sorry.
I need to watch this video again. It's recorded. I need to watch this again.
Of course. And you can also call
Lawrence.
our
I
office.
can't see Lawrence, but thank you wherever you are. Lawrence.
Sorry, if you ladies would like to have a consultation with Tammy, more than happy to do that. Just call the office and we can set that up for you. We do have to get going. I know I'm going to be leaving my children on the side of the road soon if I don't get them. They frown upon that at the school. So Meg, I'm going to let you quickly talk about all the promos we're going to give away today. And then I know Lawrence, you were supposed to say something at the beginning. So we're just going to leave a couple of minutes for Lawrence just to say whatever he wanted to say, and then we'll let everyone out of here.
Go for it, Lawrence.
Oh, nothing major. Just wanted to welcome everybody here. I mean, I've used Elite Marketing Concierge or whatever for my selling booklets, and they've been very good. So I think
Awesome.
that's very good. You know, I like working with them. So just from Real Estate Rookies, that's all.
Thank
Nothing
you,
important.
Lauren.
Thank you so much.
Everybody hang tight. Megan's got some special promos for everybody today.
I do, and I will be sending these out in an email as well. Sorry, I don't have it up here. Give me 1 second. Okay. So here we are. So we have 3 promotions or 3 gifts to you, as you will, for attending today. So we have 15% off listing photography, $50 credit for graphic design, and 20% off social media for your first month if you were to sign up with us for social media marketing. So I'm going to send these coupons to you with the coupon code in an email. It may be tomorrow, okay, because I have to wait for the recording of this webinar to load. So it takes a while sometimes, but please, it will have my contact information on there as well. And anything that you need, we're here. And if we don't have the answers, we'll find it. If we don't
Absolutely.
have the answers, we will.
Yep, I'll find the answer, always.
Awesome.
Thank you, everyone.
Thanks,
Yes.
everyone. It was
Thank you.
great today.
Thank you,
Thank you.
ladies.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Tammy.
Thank you
Lauren.
very much.
Thanks,
welcome.
everybody.
Good luck, good luck.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.